person, I'd be boxing it right now.
I could totally relate to that, dude. Like, whenever it comes to basically any technology that's more sophisticated than a calculator, it's literally hell on earth. Nothing ever works for me. Crazy.
That's crazy hearing that from like a bunch of music producers. Like, it's all technology.
The technology fights against us.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a second. Just put this out to the platforms real quick. Well, to be honest, let's just continue. I actually have. I think I have more value to get from this session right now with just getting clips and then putting them out to people. And what I'm going to do is, if you are willing, if you're free, Saturday, the first Saturday of this month, this upcoming month, I'm going to be having a beat battle. So I'm going to have more people around that are inclined, you know what I'm saying, for reasons that have to do with them as individuals. So they'll probably be more inclined to give us what we're looking for here.
Yeah, I'll definitely be down to what time would they usually?
Same time as what we're doing right now, 4 to 7.
Okay.
So for you, perfect. 6 to 9.
That's literally perfect for me. Because usually I'm like, if I'm working, it's bad. If I'm working that late, it's a bad day. I hope.
I feel it. Yeah, let's talk about what we're looking at here for a second. Let me open up this file again.
Yeah, I think you were looking at the second generation. And you were like going. You start at the top left. I think we just got into it.
Yeah, I want to talk about some of these people. Some of the people that I've had around me for quite a while now. Actually, I think there's a higher res photo that she sent me.
Okay, I got a question, right? Are you doing anything to preserve these producers' music? Because over time, people take shit down, you know, and YouTube takes shit down, that's for sure. Eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you go on my Twitter, it's Howlon Records, this app. That's pretty much what I started doing before this. Like, I literally have 4 years worth of. I take people's. Shit. All songs I listened to, I noticed that they were being gone, so I literally reposted them, and some of them have gotten like 50K, like 60K, like 20K. I literally have 6 SoundCloud accounts full of recovered deleted music. So yeah, that's definitely something I worry about. And
Yeah.
if you want to check it out, yeah, you can just go through. I have like, because the SoundCloud has the upload limits, I had to make separate accounts. But yeah, if you want to check out all of them, I literally have like, and I've been doing it for like 4 years, and I still do it to this day. And
Yeah.
like, I have music from all the, not so much the newer generation, but like from, like basically if you look at the picture, the first and second ring, I have deleted music from pretty much all those guys. Not all, but good amount.
That's good because nothing lasts on the internet. I'll tell you that right now. Like, music always gets taken down. And you gotta wait for somebody else to upload it. There's been tracks where I'm like, I wish I just downloaded that shit. Because like, it's easy to just go back to YouTube and just play it. But then once it's gone, that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna link my SoundCloud because what you just mentioned is what I've been doing for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Like thoroughly too.
Yeah, let's put that in the Twitch.
I mean, I'm not just talking about SoundCloud in general. I know it seems crazy to just the thought of it, but like, eventually SoundCloud could also get shut down. Like, websites like Pure Volume are dead.
Mm-hmm.
MySpace is dead. What else was there? SoundClick is dead.
Yeah.
All those old websites where you could just upload tracks there, you know.
Yeah, bro. I mean, if you, I literally made a whole post about this. Like, I basically
Crazy, right?
encourage people to treat SoundCloud is a secondary platform because SoundCloud treats us as secondary, like priority, because they
You know,
really do not give a fuck about us. Like I have a whole post about it, basically detailing all the decisions they made over the years. That's basically like an FU to us.
Can I look at that post really quickly? Can you send that to me?
Yeah,
Let's
if
talk
you want to
about it.
read the whole thing, it's because SoundCloud is honestly on some BS for the past couple of years.
oh, for sure.
I
Yeah,
think something to also kind of pay attention to is that if I'm correct, I think they've changed hands quite a bit too. I think like the owners have changed hands, or at least
yeah,
deals with like how they're running the website.
Yeah, that's for
yeah.
sure.
It's something happened, but like these, this, the only way I can describe it is they're like literally they're just so incompetent. It's not even funny. Like we can't have this whole picture that you see. We can't have it built on top of this website
No,
because it's gonna crumble. Let me
Mm.
see.
you're better off having like a Google Drive link.
For real, we're better
No,
off banging. Better off banging rocks against like stone walls to make music and like having people hear it. That's more effective than depending on SoundCloud because this website is literally trash.
yeah.
Let me see. Let me get that tweet because I literally had a whole rant about this. Let me see.
I can't name you how many like old punk and like metalcore bands and like MySpace days that I can't even access anymore. Because like what MySpace actually did was once they shut down, they linked up music to YouTube. So for example, if you had a band on MySpace back in like 2006, if you go to your page now, the tracks that you have on there are just pulling the track from YouTube now. So there's actually like shit that's getting messed up. Like a band named Cartel on if you go to their MySpace, there's like a Puerto Rican rapper named Cartel that plays when you click one of their songs. It's like fucked up. Database is all messed up. So like once shit gets taken out, that's it. You know, you
Yeah,
think shit lives forever on the internet, but it doesn't. Like especially for like music and like pieces like this, like video. Yeah, it's hard. You gotta somebody has to archive it. I think you're doing a good job doing that.
thanks, man. Yeah, I sent Falco the links.
I'm
I don't
about to
know
look
if
at
it
them
was.
right now.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of stuff recovered and yeah, you can browse those, bro. There's a lot of old, like basically this picture is like a bunch of people on there, like a lot of classic tracks.
Where's the link at?
I sent it in your Twitter DM.
Okay. Let me go to Twitter then.
But yeah, these are all great ideas, and these are things that I always keep in mind because it's the internet. It's like anything really, it's like a business. So businesses come and go. Like Circuit City was like a big thing. Then it's just
Yeah,
Gone.
so the same thing has happened to us. And the only really thing we can do is just be aware. It's not really a bad thing. It's really like it's only a bad thing if you're not thinking about it. Like if you're not thinking about it, then it's gonna catch up to you. If we're like constantly taking steps here and there, we can like recapture some of it. And I think this project is like it's something. I'm not gonna say it's like something crazy, but it's something.
I mean, you have the opportunity now that a lot of producers in the 90s and even in the 80s didn't have a chance, which is like to really like, only if you made it. Only if you made it and only those who know. But like the names get lost over time. Only like the big ones make it through and then they get remembered, which is it's shitty, right? Because a lot of artists influence each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whole craft isn't owned by one person.
Yeah, and that's
So it's
you're right though. It's another thing when movies first came around, like motion pictures, they weren't seen as entertainment to be remembered or captured. It was almost like a comic book, and even that too, comic books. But back to like
yeah,
movie, they thought it was like, oh, we'll just go watch this movie and we'll go pass the time like we're watching TV, and they just had like these film rolls. They showed them and they throw them away, and now the most like historic pieces of like movie history are gone because they didn't treat it as if it was something special back then. They treated it as nothing. So now they threw it away because they didn't realize
yeah.
what it was. And that's like what you're kind of talking about. It's
Yeah.
like nothing we do, even though everyone likes to say everything's gonna be forgotten. I mean, eventually, yeah, if you, on a long enough time scale, everything's gonna be forgotten. But like for the time that actually matters, like while we're here, like pretty much everything's important. Like even all these small little names on this thing, like
Yeah.
maybe not the biggest, but you know they were like a lot of people's friends, and there's gonna be a lot of people on this list where like probably maybe only 30 people's gonna know, but like 30 people's gonna be like, wow, that's my friend back then, you know.
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that, you know. We gotta remember.
Yeah, it's like basketball players. You always hear like when basketball players talk, you always know that other basketball player that's like underrated or just like nobody ever talked about that they know that this person can hoop. You
Yeah.
know, I think someday, if someday soon in the future, somebody's gonna be glad you're doing this kind of shit, whether or not, whether or not like the list continues on in the future further, like somebody's gonna be glad because like people look up information all the time, and
Mm-hmm.
if the information is there, then it lives forever.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like I was responding to people and talking to people on my first post. It was basically it wasn't like this. It was just a list. But that's what I realized when I first heard this music, like something like clicked in my head because
Mm.
I was just like any other kid, you know, listening to the radio, you know, just
Yeah.
Beat and Kanye. I didn't really know the producers. Like I just know, oh, that's just a beat. You know, they're just on a beat and they just get beats or whatever. Like I wasn't thinking of producers as its own thing. But like I'm telling you, like I found SoundCloud, and I think the first song I heard it was a Sight song. Like I played that shit, and then like I was like, damn, I didn't know music like quality could like be this high pretty much. Like I didn't think I could like a song this much, you know. Like and I was like, from that second, I was like, damn. And not only that, because I literally thought I stumbled upon gold by just finding this one producer, and I was like, yo, who's this guy following? Who's this guy work with? Who do those people work with? Then I was like, yo, there's literally like 1,000 people who are like gold level producers, and like once I found that, I was like, damn, this shit is crazy. This shit is nuts. And I
The
still haven't lost that feeling. It's still crazy to be
the
honest.
best part about this thread, man, everything you say in this thread about SoundCloud is largely correct. Um, the best part is SoundCloud support auto reply after.
Oh lord, yeah, that's like the cherry on top. It's like, bro, it's like
that's some
ridiculous.
that's some dickhead shit. That's really funny.
Yeah, and honestly, SoundCloud is so dumb that I heard an advertisement the other day. It was an advertisement for Pandora. I was like, bro, you're literally advertising your freaking competition. Like, that's how much you want to die, bro. This website. Trust me, as someone who I use this website, like a lot more than most people because of those archive accounts. I literally have to be making so many changes, and especially for doing the research for this project, I had to go through so many people's music and try to like go through it. It's so inefficient. Like they don't even have like on YouTube when you go to someone's channel, you can say, "Oh, organize these by the date first uploaded to the last." They don't even have that. So if I want to find like one of these older producers, I gotta go like literally through 100 songs, see when the earliest song website. So many easy things that this website could just steal from better websites. They wouldn't have to go bankrupt. But it's like they don't listen to anyone who's making suggestions. They make stupid ass decisions that people they know is not gonna work. Like they literally dole stuff out and they see how we're gonna react, and if we rage, they take it back. Like they literally done that like a million times. Like I'm done with this website.
Yeah. Um, I remember when I first got on SoundCloud, it was a largely different experience.
Yep.
It was there was no such thing as a repost.
Mm-hmm.
There was only likes and comments, and it looked almost kind of like a Microsoft like Word app, like a Microsoft Excel page. You know what I mean? Like the art was a lot less like entertaining to the eye. It was definitely still orange, kinda, but it was like a different, like almost bronzier, duller orange, and everything was square instead of round. And like, I think the largest thing that I take from all this is that it's like things things are their most honest before it gets big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things, whatever your creation is, it's probably its most honest before it gets. I don't want to use the word integrity because this at this point the website seems almost like it's integrity-less. But before anything you have is sharpened, I find that the dull blade is the most honest cut. You know what I mean? Back in the day, dude. Like, okay, you know Young Noise, right? You want to know how I know Young Noise? I was on a SoundCloud activity sharing website. This is before reposts happened. So, to get plays on your music, I was kind of like lost in the middle of nowhere. And I would be on this website that basically like 10, 20, 50 people are in a chat room, and there's some sort of like script that's written where one SoundCloud track is played and everybody is in the chat room playing the track together. And then if you comment on the track, and it's like you have to sign into your SoundCloud to use it. So like if you comment on the track and then like it, then your track gets put into the feed. And you could put as many tracks as you want, etc., etc. But you had to comment on them. And it also had a chat room of all the people who were in there doing it, so you could make friends if you actually did like the song, instead of just boosting numbers. So I find that it's like, now, today, there's like that new like repost website, not repost network, but the other like the repost chain website. And it's like, people are literally, and like, and to be honest, like I'm probably going to do this soon just so I can get some more interaction, maybe. I still think about it. And I think about like integrity for like the bless you, for like the few hundred people that are very loyal to me every day, to rather to my sound, to my music that they enjoy to hear every day, versus like me wanting to get more exposure for newer music and trading. It's like that, those like 300 people who love like being able to find my music every day versus like being in a repost chain and just incessantly reposting things that I've never even listened to just so I can get like 3,000 random plays. You know what I mean? It's like back in the day before repost, there was like there was no trade-off. There was no, there like people actually had in mind great ideas. Like, that's such a great idea. Yeah, I'm gonna like and comment on this track that I don't like, but then I might like and comment on a track that I do like, and then on top of that, I get to talk to that person right here, right now. That's so much more real, organic sharing that I feel like is needed today that we don't have. All we have today is like schemes. And I think that's what's wrong.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And even in the early SoundCloud, like, I was went through a lot of changes, and even the stream, like the stream tab, like I never find music through that anymore. I used to just scroll through that, and there used to be like good music. Now it's just like people are just reposting like random crap, and you don't even know it's good. You don't know if they're just like reposting because they like it. Like back in the day, I remember like you could literally accidentally click on the greatest song of all time, like literally just accidentally find it. Like it was just so much good music coming at you. And I think SoundCloud's made a lot of changes over the years to kind of make it more user friendly, but they go to 11. They kind of turn it up too much. Like I don't know if you guys remember, like the waveforms, they used to just be all black, and then when you comment, it adds like a little line. But now if you look at them, they have lines about the whole thing. So like they don't want to make people feel like they have like more stats than other people, and they're slowly like taking away the stats. Like they're trying to hide the likes, and they try to hide like, the repost button, and they're just making everything like, because honestly, I know it's not about the numbers, but kind of the fun is like, building up a name, trying to build yourself. But I feel like they're making it less appealing for people to get in it. And the one feature of SoundCloud that I hate the most is probably the upload limit, because it literally makes like no sense to me. Because if you could just imagine YouTubers, like I think I put it in that post. Like imagine if like PewDiePie, he can only post like 100 videos, and then he has to pay to upload more videos. And then if he runs out of a prescription, all like even if he uploads 1,000 videos, they'll be hidden, and only his first 1,000 shitty videos to be. Like this is just a stupid concept for if you want to grow. Like it incentivizes people to have like 1 or 2 good years, and then not continue, or like make a new account, or just continually have to pay this thing just to keep their music up. Like it's so retarded. And that's just one example. This website has so many stupid things. I'm just gonna stop because I'll get to a point where you guys might tell me to shut the fuck up because I can literally go forever talking about how much I hate this website. Like that's how deep it is for me. Sorry.
It's good.
But like I'm not like just complaining for no reason. You guys can tell that I'm in this shit and I legitimately just love this music and the people. It just frustrates me that the whole thing that this thing is built on is just a pile of shit. Like it's just frustrating to me.
You know what it is? I think it's like it's just the realization that the people who made this website did not make it thinking only about us, you know, about young creatives
No.
making new awesome art that's never before heard by the world. I think what they thought was I'm going to make a website and eventually this website's going to make me money. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where we're at right now. And like I may love SoundCloud because of what it's done for me and who it's given to me, but SoundCloud does not give a shit about me or any of those people.
No, they don't.
Not past my
They don't.
yeah, not past my usership of it. And that's okay. It's not expected. I think it's just that it's like a lot of us, as you know, as you saw in the picture of me and Vaiku before, like we were very young and impressionable, and SoundCloud was what we were holding on to give us like a direction. And now that we're older and we're seeing the more harsh reality of the world, it's funny. It's almost like the whole world is growing up with us because everything, including our childish but ambitious, admirable dreams, have vanished with the growth and the realization that a website created by people who are not us is not going to is not going to adhere to us at the end of the day. And that's like another thing I've been saying for a long time. Like, not that I'm saying this to be a braggart, but I think it's important to note that I've been saying for a cool minute now. We need to be us because they're not us. You feel me? You could go back and look at a picture of me from back in the day, same poster. I'm still me. Why has SoundCloud changed?
You guys know Jay-Z has a fucking SoundCloud?
Jay-Z. I know Kanye has one, but
That's what I'm saying. I think the beauty for SoundCloud for me was how it was like a wild west, especially in the early years, where you can literally upload anything, even if it's not your track, and it'll upload just fine. And like for DJs, that was amazing because you can add a mix and you can have all kinds of copyright shit, and it'll be fine. But what's happened recently was record labels have found a way to monetize streams to turn virtual listening into physical streams. So SoundCloud, I'm feeling like they had to cave almost. So they had to streamline everything to kind of like catch up to Spotify, Apple, and Tidal. That's why it's shit. Like you were making a point about imagine if YouTube had an upload limit, dude. Like MP3s and waves are not huge. Like YouTube doesn't have a limit for their users. Why does SoundCloud have a limit, right? And everything like they basically constricted a lot of the artists now to like you have to worry like if their sample is gonna get caught because you do all this hard work and then all of a sudden, you know, your music gets flagged. Now people can't listen to it. So and then not the fact of like record labels have finally infiltrated like streaming.
Mm-hmm.
People look out for streaming now. It's like, how what's the streaming number? What's that? It wasn't like that like 5 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It started coming up more recently. Like, people like, oh, this has like 4 million streams, and then people started gaming shit by uploading a single, and if that single gets like 5 billion streams, they upload that same track onto the album, and then immediately the album has that many streams is backing it up. So it's
Yeah.
like people found out how to game it, and record labels found out how to infiltrate. And then SoundCloud had to almost cave to it and had to fall in line with the rest of the record labels because if all of a sudden artists like Uzi, their labels tell him to not upload to SoundCloud anymore, which I think he was having issues with his label, and then that's gonna take him down. So shit got serious too quick. I think that's what happened because like the music was coming out so good that a lot of producers started stealing the sound and then running with it. That's when the name started disappearing. That's
Yeah.
when that's when the sound. That's why the sound now is like reminiscent of like what the sound was 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's pretty true. And like a lot of like what you said before with the copyright, I've heard some people, they're uploading their own track, and the system is so weird that like
Yeah.
song with their own samples, no samples, just original production gets taken down. Or and remixes, like you don't see that many remixes now because they'll just take it down. Back in the day, a lot of people blew up off of remixes. Like I remember
Oh
like
my god, bro. That's what
Stevie
SoundCloud was all about.
Wonder,
Remixes. Blends, remixes.
yeah, and
How many people are signed right now off of careers mostly built off of remix culture? You know what I
yeah,
mean? From our scene.
yeah, it's crazy. It's just
It's important.
it, every year they make it like a little bit harder to blow up. Because I remember Cavalier, he had like two of his biggest songs taken down, and they are blew up. I remember they had like a couple 100,000 plays, and then they got like retroactively got taken down. You should like, and like what you said about like the Falco, what you said about I forget what you said, but like basically like the unit of the structure of like this whole thing. Like I remember someone, I forgot who it was, they tweeted out that they they went to this like record label or whatever, and they tried to get the music released, and I guess they ripped them off, and like they just pretend like they didn't exist. So like I realized, like if you look at this whole picture, the more further you move away from it, the more bullshit you encounter, pretty much.
I mean, that's what happens when money gets involved. Because, like, what I think SoundCloud is at a crossroads, and then they forgot what made them good, which was was not intended to be a Spotify or a title. SoundCloud was intended for artists who are just want to express it to upload their music so that other people can listen to it. It wasn't intended to become like a Spotify. Like, you don't think of SoundCloud as like where you want to drop a full album, like especially if you're like a big major record label artist. But I think they whoever was running their board decided to run it that way. So now it's like stuck at a crossroads where all the ones that made SoundCloud good are getting pushed away. It's like it's like fucking gentrification basically.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah,
Record labels got in. Like Leor Cohen figured it all out. Leor Cohen figured it all out, man.
I'm so glad.
How do you quantify a virtual stream as a physical sale? I don't know how they did that, but they did some black magic, and that's crazy.
Yeah, it's just the higher up you move in the music industry, the more you encounter just
Yeah.
like pure BS and pure just like shady evil. And like that's what I liked about SoundCloud back then. Is just
Yeah.
the platform is like it was very open. Like you could literally almost do anything, and that's why people were experimenting. Like
Yeah.
people were sampling all these video games, sampling like all these like TV commercials, and just doing a bunch of random shit that
Yep.
just ended up working because they
Yeah.
could. Like you could literally do anything, and now you can't do anything. So people are more
No.
restricted, and you can't like I don't know. It's like back then you could literally sample anything, remix anything,
Yeah.
post anything. Just that's why all this weird music came out that we can't even like put a name to it. It's because it was so unique that it came from that platform. But now it's the platform that we knew. it's like technically still here, but it's like a ghost pretty much.
And you could say about you could say the same thing about what happened to YouTube too. Before YouTube's community was just like webcam, face cam type of videos, right? Just talking to the camera. But now, even like all of those YouTubers have been like forced out almost, where like everybody now has to like fucking use like a red camera and like get like good equipment. Like it became it became real too quick is what I'm trying to get to is that
Okay.
once big money gets involved and advertising gets involved and the sponsorships and like corporations, that's when shit goes
I have it
up.
for you. I have exactly what you guys are talking about. I just did a little research while we was talking about it. So the people that originally made SoundCloud are these dudes from Germany, from Berlin. And when, if you guys remember, let's just go back. Let's just go back for a second. Let's just go to the SoundCloud wiki. If y'all remember when SoundCloud was, what's it called, going bankrupt.
Oh, the time when Chance bailed him out allegedly.
Yeah. I'm going to tell y'all what really actually happened, man. Hold on. It's so funny. Because basically what happened is this dude named Kerry Trainer came through with like almost $200 million and became the CEO. And then the creator of it stepped down, and now he's still on the board. So he probably still has some form of ownership, but he's on the board for it. And now somebody else is running his company. And this person, yo, it's good, TyDog.
Don't know what this is.
Yep.
What's that guy's like? What's his previous ownership?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to tell you. So, I think the only thing that he actually co-founded that I could find, and I can't find a lot of information on him. He doesn't have a Wikipedia, but apparently he's done so much. I think that's interesting. He co-founded something called Flipgloss. Never heard of it. But you know what? He is the person, like, you know, he did come through and started CEOing, and then like they started blowing up. It was like he did AOL, became like the CEO, and did all of their music and television and advertising shit. And then he after that went to Vimeo, Vimeo, the video service, and he CEO'd them. He's also on the board for Fender, like Fender guitars, audio products. So whoever this guy is, he's a master of sales and advertising or whatever it is for these large companies. And he has enough money to bulldoze his way in and make more money. So that's what's happening. It's like I'm saying, like, we love these products and these people that do these great things for us, but they're not us. It's a couple of dudes in Germany who was trying to make some money, and they made some money. $200 million and more, some probably.
That's enough to just bounce and go. I wouldn't be mad. 200 milli. That's all this is, man. Like, they're not doing this. Nobody's doing this for you guys.
And that's why I think that it's like the main point of this section of our conversation here has to be about how we, like I've been saying, we have to do this for us, because our tree, our bush, our grass, our plant is always going to be us.
Yeah.
Only a few people who really don't want to be us get to leave. And if you're the type of person that really wants to be more of a Kerry Trainer, or, you know, more of a, you know what I mean, a CEO, and it's like most people are probably going to listen to the statement and look at me and be like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna be a CEO, nigga. Yeah, fuck that family shit, fuck a friend, nigga. I'm a CEO. I'm gonna do what a CEO do, nigga. Cause I'm a CEO. And it's like, bro, that's cool if that's you. I'm never gonna claim that, you know what I'm saying? If one day in my life I'm ready to do what CEOs do, then I'll do that. But I'm not. I'm an artist. I'm also a fan. I'm a creator. I'm not a manager. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
you do
not.
what you do.
I do what I do. And it's like I realize that, you know what I'm saying? You know what Carrie Trainer's job is? I'm not hating on Carrie Trainer. Carrie Trainer is really good. He's an artist in his own right. He's an artist of money management or direction management. You know what I'm saying? Like he he knows this man knows how to take a company that's doing internet and entertainment products and expand that to a whole other level. Go do you. That's not what I'm good at. I'm good at making beats on my computer. I'm good at playing the drums on a drum set. I'm good at painting with brushes on canvas. I'm good at watching anime. That's what I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
for that, like that's what I'm good at. So I'm not gonna suddenly jump up and try to be a CEO when I haven't been practicing that my whole life. If I want to, then I'll take a seat and I'll learn how to do that. But that's not who I am. So it's like maybe there's a few of us out there that are going to branch off and go and become CEO type people, people who know how to manage others and make money from them. And in whatever way you want to take that statement. You know what I'm saying? But for
I'll
the
ask
rest
this,
of us, hold on. But for the rest of us that are artists, and that's what we're going to focus on for the rest of our lives, I think the correct move would be to band together. And if we were to have CEOs among us, it would probably be more positive for them to become the CEOs of our group than to try to become CEOs off of our group. And that's the point I've been making for the longest time, is apply the expertise in which you seek, not to exploit those who are around you, but to raise them up and therefore raise yourself as a part of that group. That's the energy I've been pushing from the jump. That's my point. Go ahead.
Yo, okay. If you are you dictating the price of your own beats?
Yeah, I do.
That's something that a CEO does. I think what the general idea, the example you were giving me, of course, it's not all the way in, but like I think when somebody says like become a CEO, I think what they're trying to say is like make yourself your own business, especially if you're an artist. Like you need to.
That's not what I'm saying. I get what you're
Okay.
saying, pal. But
Yeah.
it's like an artist can do things that a CEO does in order to handle their own business. You have to be your own CEO. And a CEO is an artist of management. What I'm trying to say is that Carrie Trainer, CEO, his thing, like if you look at his record of achievements, you don't see him like I don't see any mixtapes. All I
No.
you get what I'm saying? All I see is him taking over companies, bless you,
None of these dudes
and then
know how
making
to-
them profitable. I'm not
these
knocking
dudes
that.
are-
What I'm trying to say is that it's like that's a different type of person. Like I'm not a plumber. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe sometimes as an artist, if I shit too much in my toilet, I have to go and fix it myself. But that doesn't make
Yeah.
me a fucking plumber, bro.
You got plumber tendencies, but yeah,
Yeah.
what you'll notice a lot of these CEOs is they'll never be a part of your culture. They come out from the outside. Like Dame Dash always talks about that, like the whole
Shout out Alex.
culture vulture aspect about the record labels. I think which is why he left Rockefeller, which was one day he started this whole shit by himself. Him, Biggs, and Jay put up their own money to put up their own newspaper ad, only to one day find out that around him he's surrounded by people running his artists that don't look nothing like him, that he cannot relate to.
Mm.
And those are the people that are like, I wouldn't say leeching off of artists, but some of them do go at that. With those some of these deals that I'm reading about, it's kind of crazy. These 360 deals and all that, people are just I think it's good to, as you grow, to further your knowledge about business, to protect yourself. Not only to protect yourself, but to kind of teach the future generation. Because if we're gonna talk about generations and then carrying on the torch and then passing the knowledge of like music making, we should also pass the knowledge of taking care of your shit. Because this is shit that old artists in the past did not get to have. A lot of artists that we love today that are like from the old generation did not own their masters.
Yeah.
You had to
Yeah.
like, we have the opportunity to do that kind of shit now because we have the knowledge that they get from it. So we can also do that same thing for the next generation, which is this is how you approach your stuff. Like one day SoundCloud will shut down, one day YouTube will shut down. So what should you do? That doesn't mean you give up on your music. That means that you treat these networks as they are, as just networks to reach out to your fans. That doesn't mean you have to diversify yourself, not just on SoundCloud, not just on Twitch, but also on like, your performances live on the outside and then selling your beats. All of these are just vehicles for promoting yourself. And a lot of them are free. So there's ways to take advantage of this. There's definitely ways, but then once you start noticing things are starting to go down, that's when you start to move your eggs to another location. Because like we were talking about, once SoundCloud eventually dies, which it will, nothing lasts forever. Everything is finite. Then
I have a
you
great
know.
idea, man. I think we should start a record label. I think we should start a record label company,
Sign me to it.
and we're gonna sign
Mini
TyDog,
Travis Scott.
Mini Travis Scott, aka Jaqueef.
Jaqueef.
Um, I think we should call it Cloud Sound. That sounds funny, but I'm so dead ass. Like
Nah, you're not dead ass, man. Come on, now.
I'm
You're
dead
not dead
ass.
ass.
I'm dead ass, bro. I'm so dead ass about this shit. Let me tell you.
Not dead ass.
I'm dead ass about it. Let me tell you.
I feel like if we, because the thing that a lot of artists do is kind of in the right step because like when you have on your SoundCloud profile and then you have where you can put other links, like a lot of people they have like their Bandcamp, Spotify, and all that. That's good, but some people like there's a lot of artists on that list where like they're only on SoundCloud. Like Greg, like he's on Bandcamp, but like if SoundCloud's gone, like you know what I mean? Like it would be really hard to find, and especially since his name is just straight up Greg, not even a producer. Like some of these people, that's why I think the reason I wanted to do this, like basically all the stuff you guys are saying is pretty much exactly. I agree because it's important, and like I don't want to see all these people who like I've been listening to for years. I don't want to see like like their music to be gone or like them to be struggling. I want them to. Then I've noticed that there's been like the new type of SoundCloud account. Like there used to be just artists and fans, but now I'm noticing that the third category of people just like archive music and like repost music. And I think it would be just like as a unit, that's the whole big picture. Because honestly, this whole thing could like be anywhere. It just so happened SoundCloud is where it started, but that
Mm,
doesn't have to be where it ends.
Yeah. No.
I will
absolutely
always
not.
give credit for SoundCloud for what it did, but I won't let it be like the last. I don't want to. I want to see it go past it. It did start here, but it has potential to keep going anywhere. Like this thing could be on YouTube.
Yeah. Bro,
Maybe
honestly, SoundCloud is just like a way for you to share your music with somebody easily. But that doesn't mean that's the only, like, you're not signed to SoundCloud, is what I'm trying to say. None of us are signed to SoundCloud.
Yeah, you're signed to Cloud Sound.
You're your own, like, you're your own entity, you're your own person, you're your own artist.
Yeah.
And you should, like, take charge of your shit more so than I'm depending on these channels. Like,
We got people. We got Alex in the comments saying Greg has 3 SoundClouds.
Oh.
hey, man, when you run out on that limit, you gotta make a second account. You gotta do it.
Yeah, that's a fact though. Like I have like 3 or 4 of them too.
Yeah.
I think that dude was joking though. Some people
Um.
do that.
So let's move on a little bit. Let's get back to this picture.
Okay. I'm down to answer any questions or like any like if you think something like or if you want me to just explain something. I honestly want this because the way you look at it is important to me because a lot of people are gonna see this and a lot of people are gonna get different stuff from it. So I want to just get like unfiltered, like straight up opinions of it. It's very important to me that navigate and make sense.
Well, yeah. Shout out Misogi. Shout out Gogeta. You know what I mean? Um. There's so many names on here, dude. It's like you got you got so many people that are just so important to me.
Black Sand is there. I see Black Sand. I see.
Like just like this whole
Yeah,
in this
right there.
2014 thing, like from here here to here, just like in our years. I'm not even gonna count. Just saying 2013, 2014. I'm not even gonna include all the people that I love in here and that I love in here. But just like this section right here, it's like all the homies. That shit is impressive that you captured that. I don't know how.
Yeah, I just think it's honestly I just have to give like credit to God because like I try to figure out why I can do this and I don't know why because I think it's just the way my memory works. Like I have like a really weird memory. Like pretty much everything that I saw back then, I can almost remember it exactly. Like when I saw it,
Wow.
and it's kind of like literally stuff we're talking about. Like whenever you bring something up, I can picture it exactly. But like my memory, like I lose my keys like literally every day. Sometimes I lock myself out of my room. I lock myself out of my car, my house. I forget my phone, my wallet. Like my day-to-day memory is absolute, but like my long-term memory is like so detailed. It allows me, and I'm just grateful. Once it's paying off, and actually useful. And a lot of these things were just from memory because I used to listen to like a lot of these. They had an impact on me, really stayed. I don't get me wrong. I had to do a lot of research. No way in all this, but for the most part, I would say like most of these people happen to listen, download, but a lot organize it in my head before I organize it. Picture.
Check us out if you can see the screen
Let me see.
on the stream.
Alright, I'll go there now.
It's me with Grizz effects, man.
I think I've seen that picture before.
Yeah.
Did you use that like as cover art?
Yep. For
Yeah, I remember
for a
that.
collab for me and him. Yeah, it's actually he drew that.
What year was this?
This was 2000. It's got to be older than that. Let me look at it. This man TyDog be looking way too intense at his Discord, looking like he driving his Discord.
Bro, what do you mean? I'm looking for beast right now.
I thought you were just like looking at your Discord like. Yeah, I just want to say this, man. Yeah, TyDog, you were like the spitting image of the combination of like Shamana and X. If they like combined. It's kind of wild.
Yo, you called him Shamana. I thought his name was Shamana. Like, I mean,
Well,
it kind of sounds the same.
For me, Shamana, I call him Shemaine. You know what I mean?
That's another thing too. Like a lot of these names, I've never said them out loud. When I talk to people, sometimes it's really cool how like people have like cause okay, so blank. No, Glock, right? I guess most American people would say that's Glock, but I talked to my friend and he pronounced it like Glock you, and I was like, oh, that's pretty weird, but it was kind of cool.
I've heard
A lot
that
of people,
before too, back in the day.
yeah, yeah. It was just like, cause obviously, like I don't know if they have like a word equivalent of like a slang of Glock, you know, because we think of just like a gun, but I guess if you were just to read it out with no context, I guess it would say Glock you know.
Let me play some of this for y'all. See if you could hear it. Got some old collabs with me and Nileville. This shit's like all unreleased. Let me see if I can even have it. So, actually, if I do that, it might double on the stream. So I guess I'll just play it for the stream.
TyDog looks like he's ready for school.
What do you mean?
You guys know the thing
As long as they don't like super Hollywood, you know.
I actually think I can play that through so actually y'all can hear it too.
But we have kind of like more, I guess collectives act as our like,
Yo.
record labels, like Wave Mob, Tank FM.
Yeah.
Groups.
Yeah.
They're kind of like our small little, not
Yeah,
small
yeah.
because they're freaking massive, but like proxy. I guess it's kind of like our version of a record label because like they or Hume, he releases like a lot of wave music. But in the traditional sense, I don't think so.
Yeah. I think those days are over.
Yeah, good riddance too. I mean, they don't
Especially
really,
like now they had to find a way to infiltrate the internet scene, which is they've successfully done so. I would say
yeah,
it was successful because like before you never really having like a lot of numbers is nice to look at, but now they found a way to monetize it, which is good. But now it's like the labels are doing it again. It wasn't like that. So sorry,
yeah.
man, you gotta diversify, man.
Yeah, I think it's just the eternal push and pull. They're gonna, we're gonna make something. They're gonna try to destroy it, and that's just gonna go back and forth until the sun explodes. So we gotta keep just be vigilant and see where we're at and see where we can go. Because they're always, because that's literally their job. Like kind of like Falco was saying, like that's literally how they feed their families. They literally get paid to do that. They get paid to like find ways to make their shit poppin'. So we just that's their job, but and that's fine. But we gotta do our job too to like tell them to fuck off.
You gotta protect your stuff, man.
He's
Yeah.
speaking facts right now.
You guys have like the benefit of owning your music from the jump.
Mhm.
A lot of artists that came up before they didn't have that. They would like record a whole tape, they would shop it around, and once they shop it around, that tracks, all the tracks they made is now the property of the label because the label fronts some money right from the jump. So this is your advance. We'll take all your royalties and all that shit, and then whatever comes up May, we'll give you the crumbs. And
Yeah,
they just give them like checks here and there, but they're the ones that are really making the bread, you know?
yeah, and I think it's good that you mentioned Leor because like I used to listen to, I mean I still do like listen to Lupe Fiasco, and I remember his whole career went if he would have just like the record labels just like screwed him over pretty much. And that happens just like all the time, and
Yeah,
it kind of old after a while.
yeah. Because like, what do they do? They say, okay, well, you're signed to me. I know you want to put out your music, but you can't right now. Imagine that shit. Like, you come from a tree of artists that literally all you want to do is you want to upload a track, you just upload it and click send, and you make a tweet, done. But now you have to be wary that you can't just like upload shit. Like Uzi was going through that shit.
Yeah,
He wanted to just drop music like he did before, but he couldn't because he was stuck on a label. And the labels they will hold your music back.
yeah. Same thing happened to like X and Peep. Like a lot of people had collabs like in the works like before they died, and now they can't even like release them because they have to go through all this like paperwork and like bureaucratic bullcrap.
And somebody's making money out of it, that's for sure. Which is fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Somebody's making money out of it. Somebody's holding a track back to make a music video out of it, make like a whole YouTube drop. It's just wild, man.
Mm,
Precedent is gone, man. Just let the art free. It's over.
yeah, like all we gotta do is build a network of people. Not even like a real network. Just like we just gotta find more people who think the way we think, and we won't even have to like, really try that hard. And like shit's just gonna start going back to the way it was. Because a lot of people they probably think that I'm the only one thinking like this, but like I hear you guys talking, I'm like damn, I've been thinking this shit for years, and like I didn't know there's that many people. I bet you there's probably like thousands of people who think the
Yo,
same way. We just gotta
Yeah.
find, and then we'll just shit will just happen naturally. We won't even have to try that hard. Like things will just um,
Fall into
they'll-
place.
yeah, exactly, exactly, bro.
I'm gonna play something for y'all right quick. If y'all didn't hear it for the stream,
All right.
is
Yeah, I don't hear nothing yet.
yeah, this is me and KLMV back in the day. It's embarrassing. There's like 17 versions of this
It's
like
crazy.
beat.
I feel like I'm like alternate timeline. So,
Well, was that song ever finished?
No, I don't think so. There's like 10 different versions of that, just like of that sample of me flipping it. And it's kind of like that way for like a lot of music that I have. Like I have collabs with so many people on this list over the years.
What year was that track? That file?
How do I see more information on it?
Right click, get info.
It's August 6,
Oh, okay.
2014.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Let me just, if I just click RNS and see what happens.
Vegito is asking why wasn't it released?
I never finished it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I would say like 80% of collabs never get general
Yeah.
between all artists.
There was supposed to be a collab album between T-Pain and Joel Santana. That never went out. There was also a T-Wayne album, T-Pain and Lil Wayne.
Oh my god, bro. If T Wayne ever fucking dropped, oh my god.
Yeah.
I would be so
Forget about
happy.
T-Wayne. That was the best album never released. Best album never released.
Best album ever released. Wow.
Boys, I'm channeling my inner Travis Scott. It's time.
Get in there, man.
I just definitely didn't. I totally paid for this beat. But I just, yeah,
We believe you.
yes, I paid for this beat. Definitely didn't do anything on YouTube, but yeah, about to be a hit.
I named things so wild back in the day that it's hard to know what is what.
I feel you.
And I also have nicknames for everybody, so it's like half of them it won't even be like, oh, like Falco, Croc, or something like that. It'll be like these are Cosmasley collabs. Wouldn't know that. That's me. That's me and Kid Cajun. You got Kid Cajun on this list?
Not yet. But, I have a notepad here, and anything you guys throw out, I'll just write it here. Yeah, that's.
I seen that Arb in there.
Yep.
Oh,
Climax. I think the name that like hits me the hardest, the fact that it's like I'm in like the same sort of stuff as like this dude, Saint Pepsi, man.
Oh, Saint Pepsi, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's a name. That's a name right there.
Oh, and Eric Dingus, man. Shout out Eric Dingus, dude. Flume. I feel like Flume should just be like in the middle, just like really big text, just like right in the middle. It should just be like Flume.
yeah, there's
That's
like
just
a
my
lot
opinion,
of
though.
on there. There's like a lot of producers on there. Like I'm kind of not sure if I should have them because when I put underground, that kind of gives a pretext. But there's a lot of big people who influenced like a lot of us.
You're not incorrect, and here's what I gotta say. I learned a lot from. Okay, so a lot of us are on the internet, and that's it. And this internet friendship thing has given us. Shout out Lund, by the way. A lot of us, and J Rob. Shout out J Rob. A lot of us are like in the middle of Antarctica. You know what I mean? A lot of us don't like. That's what's so great about this is that we can all come together no matter how far removed we are from general society. This isn't like a California thing. This isn't a New York thing. This is a global thing. You know what I mean? Like I have stories.
Worldwide.
Yeah, you feel me? I have stories where people tell me that it's like they met other Bandwidthboys in the airport at the bar. You know, like in between flights. Like both not where they're from. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's this this connection that we have is fucking huge. But there's groups that are centered in real physical life and also that are even more, you know, label driven or like immediately got picked up by like larger artists that have label support that are still a large part of what we were doing. They just got picked up faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Flume, when I found Flume, he had 2,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? His first show in America was at Flying Lotus's night at the Airliner. I used to go to that all the time. So I would be in there every Wednesday giving what's it called? I can't remember his name. But like what's that one dude's name? But I'd be giving them all my like my demo CDs. You know what I'm saying? Before I was Falco, like my like just beats because I stopped making dubstep and I started making like beats. And I would give them like Space Western tapes, trying to, you know, get signed and things. It's like these people are still a part of what we were doing. Like Mr. Carmack, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's still a large influence to everything that we were doing. Arab music.
Arab music, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just that a lot of these people, like, I think that's the part that it's like, we can't be picky about that. because we can pick the start of this as 2012 and 2013, but stuff happened in 2011.
Yeah, yeah.
Stuff happened in 2010.
I was thinking of changing it to like, or putting maybe an asterisk, because, like for example, like Salem, we're talking about, like a lot of those people actually way before. But it's just like I would say I might change it to like pre 2012 2013 because well we have it definitely started in like 2012 and 13 like the identity like it kind of came together because like let me look at this like all those people were like collabing and then that's when there was kind of like formed every time they collab they formed like a little connection and then I kind of saw like a network and that's the first couple of years where I saw it happening before all these people existed but like not in a unit and I think
Yes.
I think the time that I realized that it was actually a thing was when, because in 2014, I think why people always refer to that year as the best, because this is the first year where we had like an actual track record. We had a definite past, a present, and then people were already starting, like everyone in the outside ring, they were like commenting and liking and reposting, and then maybe like they posted their first beat during time that the middle people were like at their peak. That's when I started to notice that there was actual like a sequence of things. These weren't just like
Yo.
random producers making music and just like oh this and that. It was like no, this is the fucking.
Bro, you like the fact that you have like Colby Silva right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, like Colby Silva is my brother Paco Escobar, his best friend in like real physical life.
Oh, really?
From Florida. Like, you kind of get what I'm saying? It's like it's more than just like a bunch of people got on the internet and like we all wanted to make money off of beats. Like, fuck that. No.
Nah, that's not what this was.
That's not what this is about. Like,
that's not what this was.
This is like they were friends in real life and they were feeling like loners in Florida, you know what I'm saying? Probably like, why isn't, nobody exactly like us? We're all the people that are like cool and like been through some shit, but like we just want to watch anime and like hang out. We still want to do everything else that everybody else wants to do. We want to drink and smoke and, fuck bitches or whatever the fuck it is, that young people want to do. But like, what about when we're feeling, a little expressive? And then it's like, my cousin is like, hey, why don't you come hang out on the internet, with my cousin? And like, now he's a part of history.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that shit
These are all kids that grew up listening to Lil B.
Yeah.
Like, Kobe ain't even no kid, bro. He old. Like, he about like near your age, pal. You feel me?
No, what I'm talking about is like a lot of the musicians that stemmed from that era. A lot of that was like post Lil B. Like I don't like doing that post shit and all that, but like
yeah,
the generations come and go. But this is the first generation of like producers who just didn't give a shit about like music theory. Literally, like all they did was just like make like dope melodies. Like that's why they were
just
like
making
sampling
dope
anime.
music.
Yeah, no, nobody was giving a shit about like production
that.
quality.
Thank you for saying that.
People were just doing whatever was in their heart. They weren't sure what they were doing, but they were just doing that shit.
They were just
people
doing
fucking
something.
with it globally.
Fucking
that's the
pal.
difference.
Say it, pal. Yeah.
That's the difference, man.
You're saying some shit right now, pal. Yeah. Tell them again for the niggas in the back.
Listen, man. This is for all the kids that were just doing this shit all on their own volition, man. Coming straight from the heart, turning on a bootleg version of Fruity Loops, a bootleg version of whatever they were using, and then just making music for the fun of it, Just to like express. This is what this is. This is a form of expression. This is why I loved SoundCloud at the time, which was like people were just making dope shit. It doesn't matter what it was. You like Paul was saying, you could literally run into the greatest track out of nowhere. You could literally just press next, and then bang, it's right there. Who is this, and what is he doing? And that's it. And goes from there,
I'm so close to this man, pal, that I be forgetting where we met. I feel like you just like my big bro, and like we just grew up in Brooklyn together or some shit. I be forgetting like that we met because of this. Like we know each other because of this shit.
Yeah. We met at a show. We met at a show, man. It was a show where Ned was performing, Nas was
I was
performing. It was like
performing.
you were performing. Everybody was performing that night. It was one of those. It was one of those shows, you know.
It was a
And it
good
was like
show.
a good time. It was a good show.
Shout out Cool Nas. Shout out the
That's
whole
Cool
Goth
Nas,
Money
bro.
clique. Shout out the whole Thrax House clique.
Thrax
Everything.
House
You know what I'm
for sure.
saying? Sheesh.
Yeah. That's when like people were just sleeping on each other's floors, man.
Exactly, man. I know some really cool cats just from sleeping. What's it called? I wouldn't sleep over there, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think I slept over there one time. But what's it called? Just falling asleep, being mad high, turn at Cool Nas
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Shout out Cool Nas. She a large keeper of peoples at that time. You know what I'm saying?
She was holding it down.
She hold it down. Feel me? What's it called? Shout out nigga internet user too. Shout out New Era.
Nick.
K Coon. Like so many.
And I want to shout out like all the video like editors that were making videos in this era. Like all that lo-fi shit that was going down. Like I got put onto that shit. Like Nick Blanco put me onto that.
Yeah, shout out Nick Blanco.
He like pulled up one time at the crib and he was like, "Yo, I gotta show you my videos." And the first video he showed me was Lil Peep and Craig Zen, California Girls or California Love or something like that. And I was just like blown because like it wasn't like the quality of the video wasn't it, but like it was the music and the feeling of it. It was just like this distorted. I don't know. It wasn't trying to be the perfect track, but it was like still good. There was like no sense of like pretentiousness to it. It was just like we're just gonna lay down some track. It reminds me of like how like the pop punk scene was like back then when you were just like coming up, starting a band with your friends, and all you had was like a tape recorder, and you would just like press record, and then you guys would all play at the same time. There was like a greatness to it that you couldn't get in like too highly produced tracks, so.
Also,
Good
bro,
time.
I gotta say something. Okay, well, first of all, I got 3 comments. You're totally correct. I feel like the main vibe that it's like what you were saying before. We were all just making music, and we all still are just making music.
Yeah.
From our soul, we're making art from our soul, and it doesn't look like, oh, this is perfect, you could sell this. It looks like, wow, this is worth something. That's the feeling that I get from that video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The feeling that I get from Little Peep was not, oh, wow, this is going to sell a lot of records and shake the whole world. The feeling that I got was like, I would shake the whole world for them to listen to this kid. I wasn't on the outside of that. I was on the inside of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was just pure energy, yo.
And that's how we all felt about ourselves and each other. And I think that's why the music came out like that. The art came out like that. Because Nick Blanco wasn't a professional videographer. Peep wasn't a professional singer. You know what I'm saying? Laderick, my bro, although he is now absolutely a complete professional music producer. At the time, he was not, but an expressive genius.
Yep.
So when they all came together and made pieces of art like this, the vibe that I got was not, oh, can't wait to sell this at the Supreme store.
Nah.
No, it was like, this guy feels me, man. I feel the same way.
Yep.
I feel like I felt alone until this dude made this piece of art. You know what I mean? You know what the video that gets me is the one where Peep is on the roof. The shit starts on the roof. I think it's the Benz one.
No, that's gym school.
Yeah, it's gym school. Oh my god, bro.
Gym class.
Yeah, gym class, man. That joint. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Also,
track, man.
old boy in the chat, Vegito, he was asking what happened to Mizu Station.
What happened to what?
To Mizu Station.
Well, I've talked to a few of the members and asked them about it because it's honestly one of my favorite. I think it was just one of those things where it was like lightning in a bottle, and I think we just had to be glad that it happened because that was pretty much like the Justice League, bro. That was like
Yeah.
6 of most of my favorite producers in one group, and the fact that it even happened, I'm still happy that it happened because I think Masoji started it because he always be starting groups and stuff. He always be doing something like that. He has like so many projects, so he probably was just like, "Yo, let me just get 6 of my friends and just make this group," and then bam. But yeah, that was a pretty good group. It was like that roster was crazy. Like each one of those were like legendary producers.
Yeah.
The last thing I wanted to say, just it's on my mind, is may not notice this, but it's like right here actually. I think. Shout out Paulo Records, man.
For real.
And shout out Young
The
Don.
archiver.
Glad to help.
This guy right here, my boy Harmful Logic. Harmful Logic has been around since here. You know what I mean? He may actually have some sort of recognition now, I think, maybe. But Harmful Logic has actually been around since here. I know so because I knew him before I even did Falco. I knew him when I was doing dubstep and I did house music on the side. And I first started my Twitter. It was just about house music and anime. And I barely got on it. And he was like one of my first friends. And he was still doing his thing back then. So this is like 2012, 2013. Okay. So like Harmful Logic should probably be around here if you're talking about like when they started versus like when they got popular. I think he's maybe like more relevant or was more relevant during this time because we were all relevant during this time. But I mean, like that can be said about a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think if we're like basing it on like when they started, he started way before that.
Yeah, and that's another thing, because basically it's like wherever their spot is almost like an average, like basically in general, because like even some of the producers in the middle, like to limit them from 2012 to 2013, like for example.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like they go. There's a lot of overlap, backwards and forwards. So like any person on this list can go. Some of them can go on a ring before or a ring after. But I think the most I've usually placed them from a mixture of things, like a mixture of when they started, when they were like got notable attention, and just in general where their friends are. Like I actually, shout out to him too, because I actually screenshotted him like his little corner, and then he said it was all right. But that's the thing, like, because sometimes, like, it might look like weird, but some people, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I'm like losing my train of thought, but it's like an average, basically. So it doesn't like mean to represent their whole history, but just like a snapshot, like a quick overview.
Like, okay, this is another one I kind of understand. Why is Horsehead there? He should be like...
Yeah, he should be way before that.
Yeah, he should be like at least in the 2013 to 2014.
Okay, well the thing is, I'm gonna be honest, like for a majority of these people, like I really don't listen to them, and it's so when someone actually recommended me Horsehead. So when I did the research, I looked on his SoundCloud and I said, "When's the earliest stuff?" And of course, like the earliest stuff isn't really a good indicator because a lot of people have been building up stuff before that, and maybe the last track that they have nowadays is the first track that blew up, and like probably 30 tracks before that were deleted.
Exactly, dude.
I checked on his YouTube and all that, and I found from 14 to 15, and that's only because I wasn't familiar. But as time goes on, I'll get more, people. So like anything like that, just like point it out to me and I'll fix it because it's kind of important to me that I have people, in the right spot. Because especially for the ones I don't listen to.
Okay, so this is the
you
ultimate
know,
test. This is the ultimate test right here.
hard.
Where's Young Bruh?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
R.I.P. Young bro.
is he a producer?
Young Bruh is Lil
Hey.
Tracy.
Yeah, but did he ever like make beats?
No, I don't think so. So I guess this is only producers, huh?
Yeah, this is mainly producer focused. I mean, some people on here they do rap, but they also like make
They
beats.
produce.
And
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna ask you that
Yeah.
as well. That's a good answer. Thank you.
Because, like for example, if you look at the 2014 ring and you notice like Ayoze, Reggie, and Setsa, like of course, Nardo should be right there. Like he should literally be right there.
Yeah.
But I asked him on Twitter, and he said he never made beats. So, like it feels weird how not having them, but this is mainly for producers, and I want to keep the focus on it because if I added rappers, this list would basically it's already difficult as it is. But
Yeah,
I
the
think
rappers would just be fucking ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have to be its own thing.
I think we should work on that. I think we should also work on that. I think we should do that too.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's a lot of like there's like this. I think there's so much history that has to do with the people that started taking these beats that were not mixed the best or in key and started making music off of them, which made what we have today even more so what it is. Like, okay, here's a tidbit. So when I first made Falco and Space Western as an internet persona, I've been Falco since I was 14 years old. That's the name that my cousin gave me. I used to be Slippy. And my biggest brother, my oldest cousin, James, he's always Fox when we play Star Fox and N64. My other cousin, Jarek, he would be Falco. And then Paco, they would let him be Peppy because he was older. I'm the youngest. I'm the most light-skinned. When they would ever let me play, they would make me be Slippy the Toad. So I went back to Philly when I was like 13, 14 years old, and Jarek told me I could be Falco now because I live with James, my oldest cousin, who's Fox. So me and him is like, we bros, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm the Falco to his Fox, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to take care of him. So when I started making that my persona on the internet, hold on, let me look at this.
You can be Falco.
Yeah, you feel me? When I started making this persona on the internet, I joined Twitter and I made a Twitter. It was the same Twitter that I had already known Harmful Logic on since like a year, 2 years ago, before Falco, period. And I made, the first thing I did was like, yo, what anime y'all watching? Because I just got really into romance anime. And the first people that picked me up were these people called The Guild. I don't know if you remember any of this, but it's like a lot of people like Avery Senin, BZ Sama, Luke Sama, what's it called? I'm trying to think what Luke's name was back in the day. But Xavier Wolf was also a part of this group. And it was basically this forum website of anime fans that also were into being on the internet, and a whole section of them was dedicating to making music. And Xavier Wolf was in it too. So it's like a lot of these people who were like anime rappers and started like rapping on all of these anime sample beats, they came from this group. So it's like there's so much history that's also a part of this happening that has to do with the people that didn't make beats at all, but the people who just rapped. You feel me?
Yeah.
I think we should cover that. That's like important because a lot of these people wouldn't be doing what they're doing without the people who are rapping on it.
Yeah, I agree.
Black Cray will have to be on there for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a whole crazy list to be made if we just talk about the vocal artists. There's like a whole Like there's a whole one of these, but just vocal artists to be also created. That I think is super important to pay attention to. Young
Producers
Cortex.
definitely need a shout out for sure.
Shout out Young
Producers
Cortex, man. I used to make dubstep with that dude back in 2012. We came from the same scene before any of this shit too. People don't know that about Young Cortex. He used to be a dubstep producer, a rhythm producer.
I think Young Good used to make dubstep too.
I didn't know that.
Like some of his early stuff.
Like we've all come so far. Like when you think about it, how far has Xavier Wolf come from? From Ethel Wolf, you know what I mean? 3L. You got 3L on this list? You got my boy 3L on here?
I had him on the first list. I haven't added him on this one yet, but he's definitely one of the favorites.
Get him in here, man. Of course.
That dude is ridiculous.
Rhythm Boys.
So great.
Right? Yeah, 3L's a freaking monster. Imagine 3L with Bareface.
Damn.
Like back in the day, Bareface too. Like. But yeah, like there's so much I think that needs to be covered. I think that there's so much playlist potential to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-Rex, shout out Multi-Rex. That dude's the guy. Like there's so much. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about how people like Multi-Rex in like there's so much. Let's just start attaching strings real quick while I'm looking at this. Multi-Rex can directly be linked to this dude, Dojinshi Melty Cannon. You know what I mean? No, I mean like Multi-Rex was inspired by Melty Cannon.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's definitely
You know what I mean?
That's
like I could start
part that I
connecting
love.
these strings.
Yeah, and like that's another thing too. That's what I love about this because, like, you can just exactly what you said. Like for example, if you look at the funk section, if you look at that top left corner, and you just follow all the way to the left, it's like that's one of my favorite progressions of the genre. Just to see it happen, like the clusters of eras of how that genre has progressed, and freaking Purple Posse nowadays is like one of the craziest groups. It's like so huge.
Yeah, I also see this dude, Wind Waker, Glimmer XP, my boy, formerly known as Bean. If anybody knows about that, if you know Glimmer, yeah, you know Bean. So he is hilarious. I think like you can maybe even put him like a year before, but I mean honestly, if you want just his internet presence. But you're right. This is about producers. Production wise, I guess he kind of shined in those years. So.
Yeah, and like even if the fact that you pointed out was funny because like I placed him right there because if you look at that corner of Mellow Flames, GF Retro, Kane Solo, and then the next one of John Mello, Nate Everest, and all that, like I feel like he's just a branch off of that. And and I think because he even told me too that like John Mello was one of his favorite producers, and like I said that to him before he even said it. Because like I just noticed, like when you hear someone produce, like sometimes you could literally trace back what their favorite producer is without even asking them. That's what I think is so cool about all this. It's just like people are just teaching themselves how to make music just by listening.
Exactly. Like I wouldn't say it's a large thing to say like Drip Drop was slightly inspired by Amai.
By who?
Amai. AMAI.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And Paisley and Drip Drop easily influenced by each other. They're very close. What's it called? You could easily say like, you know, I could just go through this shit and just start connecting dots, man.
Yeah.
Let me go through this. I think what I got to do is like go through the names of the newer people. Yeah, where's people? The people have asked, "Where's GF Retro?"
Yeah.
Got to put
That's
Retro
all I got,
on here.
Hey, what y'all think about this art piece?
What you talking about? I'm about to look at your screen. BWB, baby. I like it.
Nice. Yeah, I'll be right back. I use the restroom.
Do you, man? Hmm.
I'll put that. Oh,
Maybe just like bandwidth across it, or is it too hard to change the text? Is it already like a
nah, it's
rendered?
too long.
Okay.
And then I'd have to do the floor over again and stuff. And
Okay.
make this look fire. Yeah. Oh, thanks, man.
Let me adjust. Let me adjust my line. That's why you know what we got to do, Alex. What we have to do, and this is what I'm going to try to do more this first Saturday at this beat battle, is I'm going to organize as many people as I can and get them to just send in all of their favorite tracks.
Ooh.
Just send in all of your favorite tracks from 2012 to 2006. When does this end? 2015. To the end of 2015. Yo, Theo. So, from 2012 to 2015, I think we should get everybody to just send in everything that they have, because we can't possibly do this all alone. And there's so much that we have to cover. But as soon as we start, more people who appreciate all of us will come, and they'll say, "Hey, you're missing this track. Hey, you're missing that track." And we're just going to have all of this stuff. We're just going to keep adding to it and keep adding to it. That, I think, would be the best course of action.
What's up?
Hold up. I gotta tell my mans here. I'm gonna wait for you to enter your headphones into your ear holes.
What's up?
So I was thinking what we can do is this next Saturday, or this next. I don't know if this next Saturday is going to be soon enough. I guess next Saturday, the first Saturday of the next month. At the Bandwidthboys beat battle, I'm going to talk to more people about this, and I'm going to have everybody send in all of the tracks that they're looking for, because having you do this all by yourself is sounds sort of difficult. You know what I mean?
You mean the? Do you mean like finding tracks, or you mean this picture?
Collecting all of the tracks, the picture also, but collecting all of the
yeah.
tracks on top of that.
Yeah, that's something I thought about too. I do take pride in the fact that I'm pretty successful in archiving this music, but like for my standpoint, like I would rather have like multiple people. You know what I mean? And that's what I was talking about earlier, like the third type of account. And this has already happened, but like a lot of people who just they don't make music, but they take their fandom and they take it a little bit further and they archive it. But I was thinking of making a tutorial because a lot of people ask me like, "Oh, how do you find how do you find all this music? How do you remember all this music? How is it so detailed?" And what I would tell people is just like you have to do it while it's happening. Because if I would start right now, all this is impossible. It's because I started doing this when it was happening. It was fresh in my mind. And but yeah, I was thinking of making like a YouTube video or like a podcast or whatever to teach people how to do this because I don't want to be like the only one. I'm not the only one. I mean, people have been doing this before I did it. I'm not trying to take credit, but I just want more people to do it. You know, I'll take people can just take the format that I have and they can literally just copy it and keep doing it. You know, because it actually helps because you can like run an account and you don't have to like. It's kind of like a record label, and you can just instead of waiting for artists to send stuff in, you can like literally go into like the blank spots of the internet and find stuff to post. It's pretty weird, but like the music literally doesn't exist. That's the weird part about it. Like the music technically, if you don't find it, it'll like it'll just vanish. So I think it's important that we have to capture all this.
It is. That's why I say so. It's like this is I think like the biggest thing that just makes me bothered. It makes me as excited for opportunity as much as it bothers me because really it's bothered me the entire time, and it is only now that I have a further control of myself and what I want to do with my career that I see it as an opportunity. And I understand why nobody saw it as an opportunity before because I didn't. I was so focused on me, that I didn't, even I trying to stress the larger picture, did not see it myself. The fact that there is 24/7 radio stations for a bunch of people that are claiming to be what we really did and who we really are. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's an atrocity. And it seems that the only community that is somewhat tight knit and even still has its own issues is the lo-fi community. And that's because they started with like an archival type, like method. Like their method is very archival. They're kind of like, their genre is almost like suddenly recreated archive, So I think it's a little bit easier for them, but even they kind of have their issues. I see like people complaining like, oh, they have all these new lo-fi artists flipping the same samples, and like now they're in all of the lo-fi playlists, and it's like they're even having problems like keeping the integrity of the timeline of their artistry.
Yeah.
And that wasn't so much a problem in the past of the days of like Prince and Michael Jackson and things like that, but that's because you had to be on a label to get released and to get large. So it's almost like everything was corporate. So it was so much easier to keep tabs on what was being professionally released because it was all professionally released. It was all released under copyright. It was all released under the ownership and the intention of making money with it through whatever company it was. We come from a time of pure passion. So I think it's important for us to like, we gotta calm down, take a seat, and own who we are. Because I think it's largely been taken away from us and given to those who don't deserve it nearly as much. And it's not that those people deserve nothing, but they don't deserve our spot as much as we deserve nothing. Even the people that have money right now, they don't like their viewership is botched. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure like I'm sure Lil Tracy doesn't have like too big of a problem with it. I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? Who else is like, I'm sure Smoke Perp and like Lil Pump and like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure like let's take them. Like that's actually like a greater example because, you know what I'm saying? Tracy's a great guy. I don't know what he feels in his head. I'm not going to try to speak for him. I'm not going to even try to speak for Lil Pump or Smoke Perp either. But let's take Lil Pump, one of the largest artists in the world, arguably right now. I'm sure he's not too displeased with like people not knowing his origins. I don't think that was ever really his point. I think his point was to get to where he is now, and he did it. But even he mostly now has fans that have no idea just how hard he had to work and what he had to do to get where he is now.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's so much part of what it is to be an artist, truly, is having people who were there and at least like one person knows how hard you worked and what you did.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to do that for ourselves.
Yeah, and I think we're on the right track so far.
Yeah. Say a word. I'm gonna turn the light on. Well, we got 20 more minutes. Let's figure out, you know what I'm saying, a real sweet topic to end it out on. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, we good. So is there anything that you've been focused on right now that you've been kind of having an issue getting to that we can help you with?
In general, not really. The main thing I have problem with is just time, because this making this is not necessarily difficult in the traditional sense. It's more of just like how much time I put into it. Because every day that I put into it, I'll maybe add like 5 to maybe like 30 names. But because I started this, because when I uploaded that list on Twitter, it was like April 7th. So that's like 15 days ago. So this is basically like 15 to 16 days of work. And I think maybe I don't know how much longer, but that's my main thing, is just finding time. But I still have a lot of, like, finding people to put on here is not really a problem. It's more of just like finding names that people are gonna recognize and actually appreciate, and like kind of putting a filter through it, because I had some names on there that I know I listen to, but I'm not sure if everyone's gonna like know and like say, oh, why is he on the list or whatever. So I kind of have to remove myself from it, which is kind of hard, because this is a very specific niche, and a lot of people are gonna look at it. But yeah, my main thing is just finding people who are either contributed to it heavy, or were heavily involved, or heavily inspired by the whole picture. So I don't want to like include people who might have the same sound, but are not like in it. You know what I mean? Like they might have the same aesthetic and same sound, but they weren't like here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my main thing.
Well, do you have Paco Escobar on there?
Is he a producer?
Paco Escobar is my cousin. That's Paco. Yeah, he's a producer as well.
Okay. I don't have him on there yet, but I'll add him right now.
Yeah, him and Colby Silva.
Does he have a SoundCloud where I can?
Yeah, I'm about to find it for you right now. I think he largely deleted a lot of his stuff. Like he deleted his SoundCloud. Yeah, he has a song here with Hentai Dude. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have Hentai Dude on there when we do the rap one.
Yeah, for sure. So what year should I put Paco?
Same year as me.
Okay. All right, I'll put it in my notes so I don't forget.
Like he got like that's what I'm saying. Like he got a song here with Grizz Effects from like 6 years ago.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. A lot of people on this list, you can't find them, but people who were in here will recognize. Like, there's a lot of people on this list who maybe all their music is deleted and maybe have zero internet presence, but like people who were in it will see that name and be like, oh, that's blah blah blah, whatever. And that's me. That's the main like theme I'm trying to get from this, like the interconnected like nature of all of it.
Did my sound go out again? I think the output.
I can still hear you.
I think my output sound just went out, so I can't play tracks right now. But yeah, multiple songs with Grizz Effects. You know what I mean? Jesus. Yo, bro. Alright, this is also what I was going to go through with you. I was going to say, I was just going to go through like who I'm following still. And maybe there'll be some good answers for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, I got to hit up that man, Yojiro. I don't know if you could see my screen on the stream. Who changed their picture to Arakawa under the bridge? That's why I love this shit, bro. Who changed their picture to Arakawa under the bridge? What the fuck? I gotta find him now. Oh, Young Doji. Yo, that's fucking fire. So crazy. Nam7, shout out Nam7, man. So I don't know if you have Elusive kind of like somewhere in between like that let me see. Elusive would probably be in like around this left area, and lo-fi, between like lo-fi and vaporwave, and like
Elusive.
Yeah, and like other. Yeah, Elusive is like around these people.
Let me see.
Right here. Elusive. Or like if you have Offbeat Ninja.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Elusive is like around like Offbeat Ninja time.
Okay.
Also, what's it called? My boy James, Sleepy. He should be around there. He should be like around my time. He's an artist as well as a producer. Sloth Toes. Hey, shout out. He still got this shit in his shit. Bandwidthboys for life. Let's just see if I go through his tracks. 5 years ago, so like 2015.
Okay.
Sleepy Mothra, aka Sloth Toes, sloth.toes. Vape Colby Silva, Luke Hazel. That's what I was talking about. Luke Hazel. That's like you could put him like. Well, actually, that's an art. He's a rapper. So. You got Mark Arkinson. That's what I'm saying. Like me and Mark Arkinson. Like me, him, Young Cortex, Kip or Kin. You have Kip in there, right?
Not yet.
X Kip X.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could put him around like my time, around like our time.
Okay.
You can actually put him right next to where we're at, because he's OG Space Western and all that too. He's with me in Cosmaxley and Low Net Zero.
I'll probably just go through your following.
Yeah, like if you have, like, he made music more like Beside You and Noise and all that type of stuff. But it's actually him, Dr. Dirk, rest in peace, Genghis. They all live together. You know what I mean? They're all, yeah, like, and all of us, well, me and Kip for sure, we all, and also Genghis, who you can put in there too, if you want to put Genghis in around our time. We all came from dubstep, and Mark Arkinson. So, like, we all used to make dubstep together. We got, 3L Cheeses, Feudal Boy. Let me see what's up with Feudal Boy. Yeah, you got Offbeat Ninja. You got Knock from the Future, right?
Not yet. I'll add him on my list.
Yeah, he's 2014.
Yeah.
Tones. You got Night Lavelle. What's it called? If you want to include the Diamond DJ, I'm sure he'd be very happy about it. He's around my time. His biggest song was the Diamond DJ right here. His biggest song was with me, apparently, but he was definitely making some moves too, around like Colby Silva time. Crockpot. You need Croc. You need Croc in there, like just Croc's 2014. Got my boy Harmful Logic. Do you have Holy Sus?
Yeah, I have him.
Okay, good. Are you like looking at my screen, or?
I'm on your following on my own screen.
Okay, word. I'm like at around Helion. You have Helion, right?
Yeah, and his old name was Hybrid.
Yeah, Hybrid, exactly. Yeah, if you want to put Genghis on there, he was like, around my time or around Dr. Dirk's time. Do you have Eucalyptus? He's like around Beside You and all of them. Yeah, Eucalyptus. He's in there. My following, right next to 50 grand.
Okay.
You got Silas in here. I'm sure you have Loud Lord, right?
Yeah.
You have XOX. You have Cocaine DZ.
Yep.
Okay. You got the whole Swisher Boys. You got Glachy, right?
Who?
Glachy. I mean, he's actually more of a UK producer, I guess. He never really he didn't step too much into what we were doing. We were just kind of friends. But I mean, like, I don't know. It's like it's hard to like say. I don't know. I don't want to say someone's important or not important. Do you have Baja Blast in there?
No, not yet.
Put Baja Blast in there, man. He's if you want to research Baja Blast, I'm trying to think when he was around. He was around 2015 for sure. Let's just go to tracks. 5 years, 2015. Hit him up right quick. Drip drop. You got Auta.
Who's that?
AUGHTA. It's Let's go to tracks. Did he delete everything? Oh no, I think he didn't. It's just loading. Let's go down to the bottom. Yeah, like Auto used to make dubstep. I guess you could put him, let's see, 5 years ago, and when he was actually doing things that got our attention. I don't know, I feel like he deleted a lot or something. But I guess you could put him like 2015 as well.
Okay.
Might have to do some research on him. Auta, A-U-G-H-T-A. Chris Havoc, you got him, right?
Yep, I got him. Yeah, and what I do usually when people tell me to put something on the list, I just have it written down and then I go do it. And I listen to a decent amount, like probably spend at least minimum 5 to 10 minutes. If I'm not really too familiar, I spend a little bit more time listening to like their general sound is. I try to find their earliest track, most popular track. I kind of just try to make an estimate because most of it is pretty much.
Word.
But yeah, usually. Yeah, this is basically I check all just to make sure because I want to make sure people.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, you see things for yourself. Because honestly, like a lot of this stuff might require like a little bit of extra research. Do you got a little Skinny on there? You got a little Skinny?
Nah.
Okay.
I don't know who most of these people are.
Okay, so Lil Skinny, this dude right here, he's like 2015 for sure. But he started out, you know what I'm saying, just doing stuff with Bandwidthboys and a bunch of people around, like, you know, like Swisher Boys and him, and then he started doing like LSL, like he's around like LSL. He started like 5 years ago. Like this is the first tune I found from him. Sly Cooper. Just look up Lil Skinny. I'll send it in the Discord chat. He definitely needs a spot. He started making stuff with Skywalker and all of that, and like 808 Mafia. Definitely got to get a little Skinny in there.
Yeah, and the thing is though, by the time I'm done, I don't know if I'll be able to fit like every. That's what I'm kind of like sketch about right now because there's like so many names. Like, I think it'll get filled up. Because honestly, this is just basically an update. Because I go into this knowing fact that I'm not gonna get every. So that's why I preface it like saying, well, this is just like version 2 or version 3. So that way when people say like, are you not on here? Next time. Because yeah, this is just like so cool.
Word. Do you got palm trees?
Yeah, I have them on my list.
Good. All right. I feel what you're saying. I guess then I'll think of this more of like a confirmation then, and like anything you're missing that I feel like sticks out, I'll make a point of it and do some research on it, kind of like what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
I think you got everything so far that I've said, except for like a few people. You got Attack, right?
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, Mike Lab. Do you got Broback? You gotta have Broback. Okay. Do you have Kasachi?
Nope.
It's like 2015. Kind of sounds like Young Noise type stuff.
Gotcha.
Do you got Tech.Loon?
Not yet.
Yeah, Tech.Loon. Like if you want to just like even just like go through like who I'm following, a lot of stuff should be in there. But like I don't want you to go through every single, even though I'm only following like 500 people. I don't want you to have to sift through all of that.
I'll skim through it. I'll try to find at least a couple. But mostly, what I'll go through is mostly do like the first 100 probably.
You got Young Doji.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Yes, and if anybody wants to help, that's what I'm saying. It's like this is just one guy trying to do it all by himself. If anybody wants to help, please tell us so that way we can start getting some help. So this is what I'm talking about. This is Genghis's other account that he made to start messing with us that he actually made some stuff with. So like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, yeah, like 5 years ago, kind of on that lo-fi shit. So I'll send you his page so you could put him in there on his other name.
Okay.
I'll just keep sending the ones that I think should deserve a good look.
Yeah, if you just want to send me a bunch of links, I'll definitely go through all of them.
Yeah, I'll send you links so you have to like go through every single one of them.
Gotcha.
And I think that everybody should do this right here. If you have any links that you feel like are people that deserve a shout out, go through the link, go to their tracks, go to the track that you found 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Find that track and send it to @PaulOnRecords, or send it to me, and I'll send it to Paul on Records. I'll send it to my boy over here, and then we're gonna get it. I'm saying we'll get this list together, and you don't have to feel like somebody you know is missing out because you know that person. You know what I mean? Word.
Yeah.
If you know this Dawn the Myths dude, get us in contact with them.
Yeah, actually, he's one of my friends. He actually contributed a lot of names already.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this Darko dude deserves a good shout out too. I think I'll
Yeah, he's on there. He's next to
okay.
Net Zero.
That's good. Yep. I remember Darko. You got Anonymous on here?
Anonymous with a Z.
Yeah.
I only know him as a rapper, but does he
Yeah.
make beats?
I think way back in the day. Let me see. I have to look at my files.
Well, yeah, because I think he produces a lot of his own stuff, right?
Actually, no. What I'm thinking about is Anubis. I have a song with this guy, but it's a rap song. You got Anubis on there, like all spaced out?
No. Do you mean Anubis 13 or
Yeah,
different?
exactly.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Okay, good. You got Jabird on there?
He's on my list. He's gonna go on there, yeah.
Okay, Shaq France, Gold SMG, Jetson. Yeah, I already got you with. I already told you about the Sloth Toes. I think this might be another profile for him. Yep. You got Mobile Pro. I guess I don't know, he's not a producer at the time. What was he producing at the time?
I think so. Like some of his earlier tracks are just beats, so I think he did start out making.
Yeah, exactly. If I remember correctly,
He
Mobile
was
was making beats. He wasn't rapping all the time. You got Absolute Terror?
Yep.
Okay, good. You got Voca?
Yep.
Okay, good. Stephen DeBlatt, Dre the Ski Mask. You know what, Alex? You know what I need you to do? Or Theo? Just join the Discord, bro. You can send all this stuff to us directly. You know what I mean? You got Cosmo Vitale. You got Soundcloud. You got all these people. You got Reggie. Let me see how far back this goes. Do you have this dude Sega Stoned? I think I saw him.
No.
mess with him. I'll let you know what's good.
Okay.
Fleece, I'm sure you got.
Yeah. But he was like Fleece. I was kind of confused at first. I didn't know where to put him. So, would you say he's like? Because right now I have him in 2014 to 2015. Because that's what I remember.
Yeah. What are you confused
Yeah.
by?
Well, before I had him somewhere else. Now that's where I have him now. So I just want to know.
Where was he before?
Before I had him like way earlier. I don't know why. I had him in like first ring. But...
Well, I'll put you like this, man. Fleece was around when I was around. He's one of the first, few people that I was meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, his name kind of became popular around the same time that, my name became popular. I think that's an accurate place to put him. Because, if you want to, if you want to pull strings or, pick things, like, I was around.
Mm-hmm.
I was around for, like, a whole year before I was around.
Mm-hmm.
I was around in 2013, but I was, like, cultivating my sound, So I wouldn't count myself as making so much noise. Like, okay, Bones was following me when I had, like, 200 followers. I don't think at that point I was still getting other people's attention. I was just getting people's attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah. And, like, for example, like 50 grand, like...
That's a great example.
Because he was around for a long time. But then he's mostly associated with where I have him. Because he worked most people. I mean, he continued. But I think for that generation, I think it's safe to say...
Yon, you're cutting out right now.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah. Say it again.
Okay. Oh, so I'm saying, like, with 50 grand, like, he was around for way longer than, like, when people found him. But I guess, like, it's safe to say that in the 2014 era would be, like, where he...
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's more of like a...
I mean...
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult. Like, I think I still would put 50 grand before. I think, let me see. Where's 50 grand on it? 50 grand is kind of like in my era, I guess. I mean...
Mm-hmm.
That's mostly accurate. I think that's mostly accurate. I mean, like, I got a lot of notice because I did a remix of the track that 50 Grand was on. 50 Grand was on a feature on a Bones track. So 50 Grand was, like, featuring a lot on Bones work and, like, on, like, with those types of people. So, I mean, I think I would probably put 50 Grand, like, either in, like, the year that I'm in or 1 year before. I think it's kind of, like, up to... I think you have good judgment on it. You got Drake Kickin in there?
Who?
Drake Kickin?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, bro, Drake Kickin. Drake Kickin, man. Let's go to tracks. Let's go all the way down. Actually, I think he be rapping. Actually, no, he be producing too. So yeah, like, you could put Drake Kickin in there, man. Drake Kickin, dude. If you want to do some research on him.
Alright.
Let me see if his other page has, like, older stuff or something. Drake Kickin beats. Yeah, if you want to put Drake Kickin in there, man. He's, like, around my time, maybe, like, 1 year after. If you want to put him, like, 2015. It was Gravel. I did a Gravel remix with Sight. Me and Sight did. Some of these people are, are popping out. Some of them are But, I kind of want to wrap things up and not overload you. And let's let this continue until, into the beat battle so that way we can get even more people involved in helping us out with this. I also want to talk to that other archiver dude, if you don't mind getting me in connection with him. I think I'd like a conversation with him.
Yeah, I'll send you. He's mostly active on Twitter, so DM.
Okay. Yeah, DM me his information so I can talk to him.
Yeah, I got a lot of good information. I'll work on it a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
Probably by the time the battle comes around, it'll be a little bit more complete. I'm aiming for like the weekend, maybe, or like a Sunday, but I don't even know how far I'll be by then because yeah, it takes a long time.
You got Art Lord in there already, right? That was like one of the first people I noticed.
Yeah.
Okay, good. LSL, you already got in there. Do you have Brennan?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have Just Connor?
Yeah, I'm gonna add him soon. And do you know NVU?
NVU, like the letter
Yeah,
N, the
it's
letter
like-
V, the letter U.
I think he used to be Prayer.
Prayer.
It's like
Yeah,
Prayer.
I know him. I know Prayer.
Yes. So I don't know if it's the same person though. NVU and Prayer. I think it is pretty personal.
Yeah, let me think. Yeah, you got DJ Coots. You got a lot of good people in there. Sat Boys, man, shit. You got Soudier.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. You got Savzilla.
Yeah, actually.
It's good. You got XJK.
XJK? I don't think so.
Yeah, you got to put him right next to beside you. Yeah, look up XJK. I got you with the link, man. But yeah, you could put him right next to beside you.
Okay.
Same type of stuff. Well, yeah, I think that's oh, you got Yojira.
I think so.
Look up Yojira. I'll give you a link.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's enough for now. Everybody out there, thank Paul on Records. Thank this man Volva Team for his enormous, gracious amount of work and showing us love for what we have created in these past 6-7 years of making music from the heart. Most of us starting from zero knowledge, no music theory, just the experience of listening to each other's music and building off of it. So everybody say big thank you, Paulon, thank you, Volvatine, whatever I'm supposed to call you, bro. Thank you for giving a big shit about all of our shit. We fucking love you.
Love all you guys do. Every single person involved in this, I consider them like extended family almost. So it's all love, bro.
Beautiful, man. That's what the fuck I do it for. So, everybody who's been in the stream, thank you for coming. Thank you to Ansem. Thank you to Pal always, and TyDog. You know, thanks for everybody who, you know what I'm saying, watching. Even though I'm doing something a little different, I think this is a positive move in a forward direction, and I want you guys all at home to stay positive and stay focused on the goals, because, I mean, what else is there to do? Don't be stressing. This is a blessing. So, I'm gonna go watch some anime and eat some food. I hope y'all are gonna go do something productive with your life as well. If you have any romance anime suggestions, pass them my way.
Have you
Falco.
watched Kaguya-sama?
Oh yeah, I've tried to give it a chance. I think it's I watched like maybe like half of the first season or something, and it's like I enjoy the relationship in between the two of them. I enjoy the gag culture too. You know what I'm saying? But I have to give it a revisit because like right now I'm watching Arakawa Under the Bridge, and I'm like, this is what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? So I think Kaguya-san was good. I just have to give it another rewatch. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all all later. Mad love, and be easy, be safe, and be great. Much love.